Hi people. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new around here, my name is Ashley, but they call me Atru. So today's video, first of all, peep my shirt. It's a star. I'm so happy that you guys are here. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. Y'all are the bestest. Okay, so if you read today's title for this video, we're doing like astrology stuff. We're gonna be looking at my big three and just like seeing if I agree with it, if I think that it fits me. I just want to go on record real quick and say, like, I am not a professional. I don't like do birth charts. I've never had a birth chart done. The only thing I know about astrology is stuff that I read. I have no clue how to actually figure it out and calculate it. But a friend of mine had I believe a friend of hers like sent her this website that you like put in your information in, and it like tells you your big three and all this stuff. There's even a book that you can get to go with it. I'm gonna like show you guys the website and stuff, or like link it at least, and so you'll see it then. I don't have the book because it just wasn't in the budget. Not that it's super expensive, I'm just on a very tight budget. But anyway, I'm rambling. The point is that her friend had hers done and she really liked it, so my friend had hers done and she really liked it, and so she told me about the website, and we like sat there and looked at it briefly together, and I thought it was so cool, so I was like, I have to do a YouTube video about this. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. I feel like my sign, I'm a Sagittarius, has always been very spot on for me, but I know some people like don't agree with their sign at all, and that's supposed to be why I guess you're supposed to do like your entire birth chart or your big three thing. I don't know. I literally did not know what my big three were until last week. So anyway, I thought this would be really fun to do together. So I'm going to get my laptop here and we will look it up together. So the website is justastrologythings.com. So it says natal chart calculator, and then on the side it says, what's a birth chart? A birth chart, also known as a natal chart, is a map of where all the major planets and astral bodies were located at the time you were born. Most people are aware of their sun sign. However, there are multiple aspects of astrology governing our lives. All of these astral bodies were moving through different zodiac signs and houses at the time of your birth, and their positions will have different effects on your personality and life. For example, the position of the moon will determine your emotions and inner self. We can look to these placements in order to further understand our strengths, weaknesses, and purpose in life. Tell me that doesn't sound so cool. It wants you to enter your name. So, Ashley, birth date, yeah, calm down. Birth date is December 20th, 1993. Okay, where are all my December babies at? Enter location, Las Vegas, Nevada. I was born at 7 p.m. on the dot. Okay, and then we're gonna submit it, and it literally pops up right away. So I believe the big three are your sun, your moon, and your ascendant. I think that's what she told me. So that's what we're going to be doing in this video. If that's wrong, I'm so sorry. Okay guys, so before I click on it, this is what the website like looks like. This is what it takes you to after you put in all your information. So as you can see, it says that my sun sign is Sagittarius, which duh, we already knew that. My ascendant is Leo, and my moon is in Aries. So I'm just going to show you real quick. So you click on it. Okay, there's going to be an ad. And then this is like what pops up. And it's going to give you all the information. So I printed out the stuff because I just thought it would be easier. And because low-key, I just want it like all the time. So that way, if someone complains about the way that I am or why I do things or say things. Now I can be like, boom, proof is in the pudding. So I'm going to start with just the Sagittarius in case you forgot. That is my sun sign. We're going to do my Leo rising sign, which is my ascendant. But lastly, we have the Aries, my moon sign. So Sagittarius is the Archer sign. It came with a picture in case you don't know. Okay, symbol, Archer, element, fire, quality, mutable. Does that mean you can make me shut up? What does that mean? Ruler, Jupiter. I find that very cool. I like Jupiter as a planet. It's dope. House, 9th. Here we go. Sagittarius is in the 9th of the Zodiac, which is home to the wanderers. Sagittarius seek the truth and believe that the best way to receive it is to hit the road and talk to others for answers. Knowledge is important to these people. Well, I literally tell you guys all the time how dumb I am and that I failed math. So I don't know how important it is. So we'll skip that one. It is essential to their broad-minded views on life. I would say that I have some pretty broad views on life. So that could be why, and maybe I'm just not smart enough to know that it's knowledge that drives that, but whatever. They are interested in religion and philosophy and strive to figure out the meaning of their lives and how to achieve it while still feeling free. I don't know that you could say that I'm interested in religion. I went to a Lutheran school for 2 years for 7th and 8th grade, and I was not their favorite student. I definitely questioned a lot. My mom always taught me that you did not need to go to church to talk to God. So I wouldn't say that I've ever had a super interest in religion because I didn't grow up with one, basically. I was baptized Catholic, but we don't go to church or anything. Strive to figure out the meaning of their lives. I don't know that I strive to figure out the meaning, but I do hope that I have a purpose, and I would like to leave a mark. I don't necessarily need to be remembered by millions, but with the people that are around me, I would hope that I leave enough of a mark that they're like, oh yeah, she was a great person. I loved spending time with her. I loved having her around. Her energy was great. The Archer is the symbol of the Sagittarius, which is more specifically a centaur firing arrows. In ancient Roman times, centaurs were the intellectuals of society. Well, that's probably why they aren't still around. Sagittarians, like vegetarians, okay, tend to be just that in this modern day. Probably other ones, but not this one. Sagittarians are clear thinkers and tend to view the big picture rather than the small details. Okay, we're not doing well, guys. I would say that I'm the opposite. I would say that I'm very in the moment and I don't think about the big picture because I'm always just you never know when the bus is coming. You could get hit by a bus tomorrow. Why are we going to worry about that? And that has actually come back to bite me. So just last year and this year, I've really put effort into thinking about the big picture. But I would say that that's new. So maybe it just took me a little while to come across that. But I would say currently it's true. But for the first 26 years of my life, it was not true. They appreciate it when others agree with their well thought out views. That is so true. Whenever someone compliments me on an idea or something I said, I'm very happy about it. But if challenged, the Sagittarius may be blunt and argumentative. That's not me in the slightest. I literally could care less if we agree or not. You believe what you believe and I'll believe what I believe. I don't need to sit here and try to get you to agree with me. It doesn't matter that much to me. However, they are not stubborn. That is true. We can highlight that bad boy. Due to the mutable quality of this sign, Sagittarians will listen to what others have to say and take it into consideration. I will indeed, I suppose. I don't know if I need to highlight it though. That one's not super me. In Roman mythology, Jupiter was the king of the gods. Yeah. And most archers resonate well with this. Sagittarians are generous and fair-like noble leaders. Thank you, that is so sweet. I definitely think I'm generous. Fair like noble leaders. That to me means that I treat people fairly if I'm leading them, and I would hope that is the case. I wouldn't say that I've been a leader too many times in my life, at least not like a designated one. Like I was never captain of anything. I was never president of anything like in school. You know, like I was a cheerleader, but I was just like a worker bee. And even in my jobs, like I've had 4 jobs in my lifetime and I've always been a worker bee. I've never tried to like move up the ladder. So, but I can be a leader if I need to be. They are always searching for knowledge and trying to find answers. Due to their unwavering optimism, however, Sagittarians may be a bit outspoken in their beliefs. I don't know that I'm outspoken in my beliefs because I don't know that I necessarily have any to be like super outspoken on, but I do have unwavering optimism. Except for like November and December, that's when the depression always hits. And like, I guess you could call it seasonal depression, but like it hits me hard. I mean, I talk a lot, but I don't think that I'm outspoken with my beliefs. Sagittarius is a fire sign. And similar to how fires can spread fast and uncontrollable, so can the archer by flitting from one thing to the next without looking back. I would say that that is me. Unless they're talking about people, because I get very attached to people very quickly. So that's not true, but if we're talking about things, like activities I'm doing, that's true. They are also quick to gamble on things because they feel both smart and lucky. I've never gambled on anything, so that's not true. Their luck comes from Jupiter, as this planet is associated with luck and good fortune. I do think that I am an extremely lucky person. Like, again, I've never gambled. And I've definitely had my fair share of misfortune and bad luck, but I think overall my life definitely has more pros than cons, and definitely a lot more luck than unluck or non-luck. Though the Sagittarius loves to explore, which is translated through their teachings and philosophies, I do love to explore. I don't teach things. However, my bank account doesn't really allow me to participate in this love, but I do love to explore. This sign needs to be aware of their tendency to procrastinate. Oh. Well, let me just highlight that. Yeah, do we remember in my like get to know me tag? Literally have been working on the same books for 9 years. Have I finished one? No. That's procrastination. It is also important to give Sagittarians the freedom to explore their world. If they feel caged in, they will be difficult and impatient. They also may be self-indulgent because things come very easily to them due to their sociable and charming personality. That is 1000% true for me. Okay, last paragraph of this page, guys. Hang in there. Sagittarians are all about adventure and action, so they tend to have quite the stamina. I can party with the best of them. I always just thought it was because I was stone cold sober doing it, but I can remember once my friend Kanan and I went out. It was his going away party, and we went to like 2 or 3 different locations. And again, I don't drink, and everyone else had been drinking, so like each location we went to got less and less people, and it was just Kanan and I by the end of the night. Anyway, it was just Kaden and I by the end of the night, and he was like, who would have thought it would have been you and me at the end? I mean, everyone should have known it would have been Kaden at the end. It was his party, but yeah, it was just him and I. Due to their outgoing and fast-paced nature, they may overstep boundaries by not thinking before they speak or hurting others' feelings. Oh gosh, well, I wish I didn't have to highlight that, but I probably do. I definitely am outgoing. Fast-paced nature. I don't know. You guys see me sit in that bed like for hours at a time. I don't necessarily have to be doing things, but I don't know. I hope I don't hurt anyone's feelings. It's obviously never my intention. I definitely think sometimes I don't think before I speak. I try to, but definitely sometimes it just happens. Okay. However, a Sagittarian's words inspire others most of the time. I really hope so. I'm going to highlight that just to manifest it in case it's not true yet. And hopefully my books do it too. They attract people easily because they're just fun. Stop. What's with all these compliments? People born under this sign tend to be athletic. Anyway, and if they're not, their athletic is in the mental sense. Well, how did I get neither? These people are overall optimistic, generous, and open. That is so me. That is so me. 1000%. Okay. They strive to share knowledge with others, though through their explorations and research. I could say that the knowledge I'm trying to share is through my books, because those definitely have a theme and, you know, a lot of symbolism to them. Oh, this is where it gets juicy. So this is the Sagittarius sun when it comes to love. Just a little bit of a backstory on my love life. I have had 3 people, 3 boys, mans, whatever you want to call them, call themselves my boyfriend in my lifetime. I've never dated someone for more than like 2 months. One of those people who called themselves my boyfriend, we were on and off for like 2 years, 2.5 years, and I don't remember what the longest stretch was that we stayed together. But I didn't have my first boyfriend till I was 18. I didn't have my first kiss till I was 16. But growing up, I was raised by a single mom, and she just really like instilled in me that you don't need a man. Sagittarians are very full of contradictions when it comes to love. Although they are always striving for divine inspiration, Sagittarians have a lust for the earthly pleasures of life. It doesn't say what those earthly pleasures are, so I don't know. The centaur is governed by both enlightened thinking and animal instincts. So this sign is torn in 2 directions in love. I don't want to go into like too much detail, but I would say that that is like really true. I'll give you guys one example, and I hope this is not TMI, but there have been, because it mentions it with like animal instincts and stuff, and I don't want that to come off as gross, but there have been times where like I'm with a guy and I'm just like, oh, we shouldn't do this, like it's the first date, like you don't sleep with a guy on the first date because then you're a hoe, you know, and like then you're not wifey material. But if I'm like attracted to somebody, I just have no interest in stopping. I'm just like, yeah, like let's do it. We're both 2 consenting adults, like who cares, you know? Who cares if it's the first date? At the same time, I do want somebody to love and go on adventures with and share my life with and have that special bond with. Sagittarius is the Zodiac's free spirit, the comfortable traveler on the road. Oh, if you guys watched my heartbreak story, you would know now why I felt that Gabe was my soulmate. Even though they hate feeling tied down, they want a soulmate to travel and experience the world with them. What did I just say? I swear I didn't read this before. So many Sagittarians can be single for long amounts of time. When they actually do get into relationships though, they are all consuming at first. Someone called Gabe, again, because that's not his real name, that's just what I call him on YouTube, and tell him, because do you guys remember what he said to me? He was like, it's just too much for what we experienced. Like, we saw each other 20-ish times. Whatever, sir. You didn't deserve me anyway. Can be single for long amounts of time. Well, that is me. Being a fire sign, Sagittarians put all their love in with great force. I definitely do. Again, I get attached to people. I fall very quickly because I just love humans, like, in general. Being ruled by expansive Jupiter, they are big dreamers and strive to create huge projects. That's true. I don't know how much it has to do with my love life, but like Sagittarians, Steven Spielberg, and wait for it, Walt Disney. I do like to think that I think big and dream big. It's just that procrastination that we're getting nowhere with. Need a partner that has enough vision to encourage the archer, but is also grounded enough to reassure them in this way. The first line, guys. This is a late blooming sign. Well, let's just throw that in there. Okay. So Sagittarians may be notorious bachelorettes in their early years. The archer is the sign of the hunter, and the chase thrills them. I don't think that part is true for me. I am not a game player. I don't enjoy playing games, again, because I'm just so worried that like time is so short and tomorrow is not promised. With the Sagittarians, humor and honesty, thank you. My ex-boyfriend did not think I was funny at all. However, they rarely make enemies. Gabe. And many exes may become close friends to them. Oh my god, I'm about to call my ex-boyfriend the one that didn't think I was funny and tell him. Being the optimist of the Zodiac, that's true. Anyway, Corbizzle. This sign is one of the most generous of the Zodiac. Thank you. Overall, Sagittarians should be careful to not let physical attraction show how their partner truly is. Hope is an addiction to Sagittarius. Oh my god. So they are very resilient and constantly thrown great opportunities. Wherever they go, Sagittarians have an abundance of friends. That is 1000% me. This is because people born under this sign are amusing and vivacious. They are able to start the party and others gravitate towards them because of this. Stop. This is literally just one big compliment. The Archer is just a lot of fun to be around and make even the most boring situations fun. I'm gonna cry. Since they appreciate different cultures and races, this sign has no difficulty creating lasting friendships with diverse groups. Okay, and this is the last one for Sagittarius Sun. It's career and money. Okay, Sagittarians thrive in their work-life balance. They work hard and push themselves to their max only if they love their job. That's true. Like I said, I was at a job that I hated for like 5 years, and in all my jobs that I've had, I've been a hostess at 2 different restaurants, and I've been a box office / usher inside some of the shows on the Las Vegas Strip, and I never tried to move up at any of them. Never. They work hard so that they can play hard. If the Archer is not interested in their job, it is very apparent. They cannot fake enthusiasm. It's common for a Sagittarius to be an entrepreneur or freelancer. Is this a good time to ask you to hit the subscribe button? In terms of work ethic, Sagittarius will get the job done, although it is very important that they have flexibility. They thrive when their boss gives them the freedom to come and go as they please. Yes, and like this is literally being an RBT, the first job where I feel like I'm not babysat at. The Archer tends to procrastinate. Yeah, we talked about it, okay? We don't need to keep bringing it up. But they are great at pulling through in the last minute. That is so me. That is me in high school, especially. Oh my god, I was the worst student. They simply work their best when on the adrenaline of finishing a project in a short amount of time. If you need more proof, it is currently Wednesday at 9. Can you see it? You can't see it because of my background. But it's 9:34 p.m. on Wednesday night. I have to post this at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. Sagittarians don't usually partake in workplace drama. I don't know, I do love to hear about it. The Archer is a level-headed boss that wants the best for their workers and understands the importance of going home at a reasonable time to indulge in their real lives. Well, again, I've never been a boss, but I would like to think that if I was, that is the type of boss that I would be. They view money as a tool and aren't prone to stockpiling cash in their bank accounts. That's true, I'd show you the proof. It's nice to not be motivated by money. Sagittarians still need a financial system in place in order to afford things. That, oh my gosh, that's crazy. That is so true. And I would not recommend what I was doing for the first like 9 years that I was working. I forget what video I talked about it in, but the Rona changed everything for me. But I still have a system in place, so that is 1,000,000,000% true. Overall, Sagittarians see work as a part of their life, but not their whole life. 4,000% people. That concludes the sun, my sun sign, Sagittarius. We're gonna do ascendant. These ones should go quicker. Okay, but my Leo rising is my ascendant. So the rising sign or ascendant is the zodiac sign that was rising eastern of the horizon when a person was born. The ascendant is known as their mask one wears when meeting new people. It takes in both appearance and personality, which is why some may identify with their ascendant more than they do with their sun sign. I don't know, I identify pretty strongly with my sun sign. The rising sign represents the first personality traits people exhibit naturally or in uncomfortable situations. Leo rising individuals really want to be noticed. Do we all have to wonder if I'm going to highlight that or not? They emanate an uncommon energy and attraction that grabs others' interest. That is just so nice. Stop. Occasionally, this is because they are nosy individuals who give careful consideration to their own appearance, particularly their hair. Stop. Someone call Katie, my hairstylist, right this second. Get her on the phone. Leo ascendants are exceptionally self-aware and body cognizant. What does cognizant mean? Having knowledge or being aware. So I'm aware of my body? I guess that's true. I'm pretty aware of it. I'd say that's a yeah. I mentioned it earlier. I'd like to think that I'm very self-aware. They are intensely mindful of others and how they come off. I don't feel like that one's me. Likewise, these individuals are particularly conscious of their own backdrop. It's in parentheses, so that's why I did it. They consider how their friend group and situations they are in affect their own personal image. That's not me. I don't think about what others think about me, and I don't think about what others are thinking of me and my friends, or are going to think of me and my friends. So I would say no. Frequently, Leo rising feels as though they are in front of an audience. Hi. Even in the security of their own homes. Maybe it's just because I thrive under attention. I feel like this kind of makes it sound like a negative, like I put a lot of energy into acting or speaking a certain way that will make people like me, and that's not what I do. But I do, I mean, I like attention. Yeah. We get it. So we'll just do the last part on that one. This sign is inclined to rash choices, temper tantrums, and excesses. What does that mean? Nevertheless, they have an abundance of staying power. What does that mean? Drive, and their optimism shields them from getting into a bunch of trouble. I definitely was not a troublemaker kid. Like, I never did drugs or drank. I didn't even start swearing until I was 22. I never, like, snuck out. I never lied about where I was or who I was with or where I was or what I was doing. But I don't know if it's because of my optimism. I more just never had a reason to. I wasn't ever doing anything that I wasn't allowed to do. Okay. The craving to direct the plans in their circle can some of the time add up to bossiness with this sign. I would say that is not me. I'm super go with the flow. But at the same time, I'm also not afraid to be like, well, I want to do this or I want to go here. Like, I'm not afraid to say it, you know? I don't like back down. On the off chance that this notion doesn't go too far in any case, it can simply mean that they just need to ensure their loved ones are good. The inclination to overestimate things and themselves is by and large present. I'm not even smart enough to understand that sentence. The inclination to overestimate things. I don't think I do that. This is because of a quality of eagerness and confidence they have about any new endeavor. Leo rising individuals make astounding promoters. Should I put this on job applications? I do have an eagerness and confidence they may have about new endeavor. I would say that that's kind of not true though, because like, okay, when I became an RBT, I was so green. I had never even heard of it, you know? My best friend Amber is the one who told me about it and thought that I would be good at it. And so when I first started, I would literally like sit back, be quiet, and watch. I still am, and I've almost been doing it for a year. Like, I feel like I have so much to learn and I have so much that I could improve on. They have a unique desire to be appreciated. I would say that's me. Leo rising individuals are typically expressive and given to stupendous gestures. That's me. Some are so into fiction, they are somewhat ignorant concerning reality. That's true. Leo ascendants typically have a solid physical constitution. What does that mean? They give careful consideration to their own appearance and characteristics. Again, it's all about the hair. As a rule, they pick attire and haircuts that are energetic. My hairstylist Katie would say otherwise until the Rona hit. I'm telling you guys, the Rona changed everything for me. And I wouldn't say that I have really like a great fashion sense, so I don't feel like I dress as good as I could. Regardless of their actual age, Leo rising people are kids from the heart. Oh my gosh, right? I literally have a room full of stuffed animals in there. They are carefree and warm, liberal, and vivacious. Oh, my grandma would be proud. My moon is in Aries. The moon rules the moods and emotion. The placement of the moon in your chart determines your inner self. It shapes your soul and what you need to feel emotionally secure. It controls what goes on below the surface of your personality. The moon sign may influence how strongly your sun sign is expressed, which is why people with the same zodiac sun may behave differently. If Aries is your moon sign, then that means the moon was traveling through Aries when you were born. Overall, Aries moon possesses passionate emotions. They charge ahead to get what they want, stopping at nothing. As the moon rules the inner self, Aries moon natives have an inner fire to them. Though this may not always be apparent to those on the outside, people of this sign tend to be emotionally independent, courageous, reactive, and expressive. They are natural leaders and competitive beings. That is literally false. Like, ask my best friend Angelique, I am the least competitive person on the planet. I don't even like games. Constantly craving an outlet for their passions. Okay, Aries moon feels emotionally fulfilled when they initiate new tasks, act on impulse, and champion what they believe in. That's 4,000% true. They hate the feeling of being tied down or bored and will often act spontaneously. Literally all my tattoos and piercings are because of that. But they were breakups, so not because of being tied down. In terms of romance, this sign needs someone who can both keep them excited and tolerate their high energy and honesty. Positive traits. This moon sign is emotionally resilient. I love that. Aries moon constantly try to focus on the positive aspect of their lives, even and especially during the darkest moments. They try to lift the spirits of others around them often. Though Aries moon have intense emotions, these moods pass by quickly. Except for that November-December depression. That one seems to stick around for a while. They never stay stuck in a bad mood for very long. This sign is also very good at initiating new projects and leading others, as they love the independence that comes from doing their own thing. I do love that. Challenges. Through Aries moons... Oh, sorry. I read it wrong. Though Aries moons feel things intensely, some of them aren't exactly deep in the emotional sense. Yeah, because like you said above, we're children. Rather than allowing themselves to express and feel their darker, more melancholy emotions, this sign prefers to push away negativity. That is me, but I also cry a lot, so like, do I? I don't know. It is important for Aries moon to realize that it's okay to be upset sometimes. They should allow themselves to truly feel and confront their deeper emotions. I feel like I feel them. Maybe not as often as I should, but I do. I cry. You can ask a few people. I have broken down in front of them. With all of this fiery energy, this sign can easily get frustrated or angry. I hate to say it, but that part's a little true. However, these moods pass just as quickly as they started. This energy also makes Aries moon impatient and impulsive at times. Again, I hate to say it. As they feel the need to be constantly stimulated. It would be beneficial for Aries moon to allow themselves to relax and focus more on the feelings and ideas of others. No. Oh my Lanta, you guys, that video was so long. I apologize. I'm a slow reader. I'm sorry if you sat through all that. I love you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Let's just do like a quick overview. So this was my ascendant. This was the one I think we resonated with the least. I didn't highlight too much on that one. This one is my sun. This is the Sagittarius. This one I feel like we highlighted at least like 80% of it. And then same with the moon. So I guess I'm most like my sun sign and my moon. I really enjoyed this. I feel like I'm definitely a Sagittarius through and through. Let me know if you know them, your big three, down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked this video, pretty please give it a thumbs up. It really supports me and my channel. And if you guys liked me, pretty please hit that subscribe button. We're one person away from 100 subscribers. Fun fact, we actually hit 100 subscribers on March 6th. It was my best friend Emerald and her husband Ben. They were angels. She was my 99th and he was my 100. But someone unsubscribed the other day. I don't think it was either of them, but so we're back down to 99. So, but shout out to them for being 99 and 100. So if you want to be the 100th subscriber, hit that subscribe button, baby, and I'll give you a shout out in the next video. I put out new videos every Thursday and Sunday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So if you don't want to miss out on those, another reason to hit that subscribe button. Also, it's free. I don't know if anybody told you, but like, it's free to hit that subscribe button. So I would appreciate it. And I love you guys so much. I will talk to you in my next video. Okay, love you. Bye.